Hello everyone and welcome back to the techystack channel. So today we'll try to explore on the if conditions. So basically we know that multiple if conditions and normal if conditions. The syntax of if condition is if, else if and else if, sorry, and if. So it looks like that. So here the concept is basically one of the user getting the data into the mail. Okay, in that mail, he have some subject like 20 DC or 1 unit, 2 units, or 30 DC or 10 DC. So here the condition is when he got this 10 DC, he should not process anything. Once he reached that greater than or equals to 20 DC, or it might be the 30 DC or 40 DC, then he need to pick that particular mail. So once he pick that, he need to do the rest of the things process. And similar way for the applicable for the 1 unit. So he will get 1 unit, 2 units. When it is come greater than or equals to 1 unit, he needs to process the rest of the things. So here the thing is when you go this if conditions, when you check here, so I have written this is if syntax. This is a normal syntax. So when I go with this, so I need to check each and every conditions. So instead of this, we can try with the one single if conditions. So basically we'll go with the two methods that things. So now we'll try to explore how we can do those two methods. So one is take this as an activity and checking that whether it is satisfied the condition or not. Another one is directly we are taking the if condition and checking that. The first step, so we are going with the as an activity. So let's move to the UiPath studio and we'll try to that. So first step, so I need to take this as an activity. So in this as an activity, I'm taking as user input. Okay. And I open here, I will give here 20 DC. So it might be a small letter or might be a capital letter. So you want to just check whether it is having the numeric is 20 or not. Okay, now I move to the notepad. So already the if condition has been designed. So we'll export that how if condition we can update here. So this is the if condition. This if condition we can use in the as an activity. Let me update there and I will tell you. So how it will works. I'm taking one more variable check. Let me go inside and I will update. So here I need to replace this temp with user input. Let me update the first thing. User input. Okay, now it's not appear. So here first, the first step is we need to check whether we need to update that if condition, whether it's matched our condition or not. The first step, so which is nothing but as if it's true or not matched. So I will clearly understand here. So let me check here. So forget about the down one. So we'll discuss the down one as well. The first, it is update one if here. After that, it has opened the open bracket and just take against of this closed bracket here. Okay, whatever the inside of this one, so these are the some other if conditions. So when you check, this is a one statement. So it might be get the false or it might be get the true. We don't know whatever it will come. So once you check here, it will get if all the conditions are satisfied, then it will go to the true. So if it is true, next our statement should go to check that mail and process the next steps. If it is not match, so you can make it as false or not matched or whatever it may be. You can do as per the your wish. So if it is not matched, then it should not do anything. Okay, this is the first if condition. The next if condition is just I'm checking if DC is contain. Sorry, if the temp is nothing but as user input. So user input contains DC or not. And similar way, I'm checking is user input. Where is this? Okay, so here anyway I'm kept here only the two conditions. Either it will come to the DC or it might be go to the unit. So for that purpose only I not even checking it. So once this is it will check whether it having the DC contains or not. So if the any data having with the DC contains, it will come to here. And next it will check is this numeric or not. So sometimes why I put the two conditions here, sometimes it will fall in the is numeric or not. So it will just check that condition or it might be C integer. So just for reference purposes, we can use anything. So if you know exactly, you can use any one of these fine. So next, what it will checking is numeric. Then it will come to here. So whatever the DC is, just replace with the blank. So once I have 10 DC. So for example, 10 DC I have. So when I replace with 10 DC as a blank, so my data it's look like this. If you want to add, you can add the trim inside in between. If it is working fine, well and good. So similar way, it will check for this CInt and replacing. And after that, it will checking whether the given data is greater than or equals to 20 or not. So this one might be the we have greater than or equal to 10, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and so on. It will check. So whether this condition is everything is satisfied, then directly it will come to here true and take this one. If it is condition is not satisfied, then I mean once it having DC, it contains DC. After this, any of this condition is not matched. Okay, then it move to the not matched, and it will rest of the things it will go down and it not do it. And similar same thing it will applicable here. So initially it will check whether it is DC or not. So if it is DC, then it will come here. If it is not DC, by default, just assume here I have the only two conditions. I will get either DC or unit. So if it is not DC, then directly it will come to here units. So it will check whether is numeric of that replace of string, whatever the units are. For example, if I come 10 units, so it will replace this as a blank. So one is blank, I will got this number. So the same number it will checking here. So whether if it is false, it go to the not match. If it is true, then I mean if it is condition is satisfied, then it will go to the true. So this is the same thing we applied. So let's go back with this window. The same thing when you run, we have the multiple if conditions. When I go to UiPath Studio, let it save this. If I put if conditions like this, if condition, just assume that. So again, I need to check inside here. Again, I need to check one more if condition. Just assume that as of now, I have the only two if conditions. Might be if there is a chance to multiple if condition, we can switch use. That is a later part thing. So if you have like this, then if you check, it's a bit tricky and just clumsy of this code. So to avoid these kind of things, so we need to use these kind of if conditions. Okay. So once this is done, again, I will put one if condition, just a simple purpose, and I will check. So check equals to 2. Then you can message box just for checking purpose. Checking purpose satisfied. Okay, here what I'm checking, so whether my DC is greater than 20 or not. So just go and I will check. So it's greater than or equals to 20, the same condition. So I will run this. I will run 3 cases totally. Okay, I have another studio is in open status. So just debugging this one. So keep on moving. So now if you go and check here, check. So it's made to the true. So now this condition is satisfied, then it will go to the inside and it will get satisfied. So now next what I will do, I will give here 19 DC. So with this condition, if I give now, this should be in go to the not method. Let me copy this message box and I will update here. So not satisfied, just I will update not satisfied. Where it went, not satisfied. Okay, now our target should be the not satisfied. So this is the way one method of if condition we can assign to the check condition and we can check. Okay, and anyway here you need to use one more if condition. So next I am going to explain directly if. So how we can do that also I will show you. So now this condition is not satisfied. Okay, let it close. And the next condition I am going. So for that next condition, what I am doing, just I will go and drag this if condition directly simply. Just drag and drop. Okay, in this if condition, already I have written this query now. So just I will copy this query and check it. Okay, here we'll check for the stores as well. Just stores. STORE store or stores what I returned. Okay, unit. Let me update this unit. Okay, now it is 19 units. I will keep it as greater than or equals to 1. then it will comes to this satisfied condition. So if you have, it might be you will get units, DCs, counters, will get multiple things. So now it got satisfied. So if you go in that situation, we will get multiple ifs. So it's very difficult to understand the logics. It's very difficult. Not difficult when you if you are good at things, so you can go with the normal if, else if like this. So if it is bit difficult to understand the other person, then you can go with this method. Okay. Now the same thing I am updating here. Let me copy this and I will update it. Okay, why it's occurring error means this is a user input. So this not be the temp. Let me update the same thing here. User input, user input. So how you will get to know these things means when you know thing about the coding well and good, then easily you can understand this if conditions, else ifs. So these conditions are very easy to understand. So now let me save this. If it is satisfied, then I will make message box as satisfied. Message box. Yes for the satisfied, no for the not satisfied. Simply I'm making this. Let me open. I'll keep one more message box here and this should go for the no. So this is a thing which we can go in real time. You will get multiple things. So that time you need to understand that. Okay, this one will explore this one. So now if you see this one, so I have this one temp.Contains. Temp is nothing but as user input. So user input contains minimum or not. Okay. At the same time, when you check here or else, let me put this as downside. Okay. If you have one more condition, just copy, paste it. Okay, and update your condition here. Okay. Now we'll try to export this condition. How it works. The first step. So temp.Contains user input.Contains minimum or might be the units. So anything it will come and also is numeric. So already I told you. So this is to try to avoid this error on this. So that's why we are using is numeric or might be the is CInt. So just converting the text into the numeric. That's it. Okay, just I'm checking is numeric. Okay, if it is satisfied, then I'm replacing the DC with this blank. Okay, and similar way DC with trend. I mean, already I have used, I told you now, so might be they will get some spaces, extra spaces or not. We don't know. So if you want to add the trim to this top condition, it'll well and good. No fine. Now the same thing when you check here, I'm just replacing with the units as a blank. Okay, whatever that they are giving the text, 100 DCs or 10 like this DCs, we'll get multiple DCs like this. Okay, when you check this one, so I want to just replace this DC and rest of the things, I need to go forward. So the same condition for the both methods we can use. So this is also one method. So totally we have the three methods. This is a method one, normally generally can use. So this is a method two, we need to assign to the assign activity and we need to check again one more if condition is available. If you go with this method directly, we can check in the if condition itself, we can cross that. Okay, now we'll go and run this one. So as of now, I'm giving this 19 inputs. Let me step into this. So here only the thing is patience. So when you good amount of patience, you will get this kind of solutions. We need to think logically and we need to build that. It will come. So now what I given this 19 units. So now the condition is satisfied. So when I kill down, satisfied because the same input applicable for the both the things. So this is a way how we can achieve the things. So still, if you have any doubts, if you need already, I mean, anyway, I will add this condition and this if condition into the description box. You can go and check. And still, if you have any doubts, not only this concept, might be the another concept. You can just throw your comments on the comment section. So I will check and I will try to the video as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn off notifications so you never miss an upload.